Welcome back to the Sit Up Gridiron Glory. I'm your host, Dani Dean, back under center. The 2016 season started with 34 teams, and after 10 crazy weeks, we're left with just 9 teams that qualified for the playoffs. A skateboard and a surfboard aren't two things you'd normally find on a golf course, but with the golf board, it brings it all together. Bengals making sure they show their fans some love, signing autographs after practice, trying to make their mark on Who Dey Nation. But a lot of these guys are still trying to make their mark on the team. The Reds are back in town looking to win their 6th straight series since the All-Star break. Scott Scheffler was called up from AAA to take Jay Bruce's spot against the Cardinals. Some pretty big shoes to fill as an athlete and as a teammate. The mood in the clubhouse was pretty low after Bruce was traded to the Mets, but a lot of things can change after 9 innings. Bottom 7, Reds down 3-2 until now. Adam Duvall go-ahead 2-run home run off Kevin Segrist. Reds up 4-3. Duvall with home run number 26 on the season. Top of the 8th, Reds tied up at 4. Pinch hitter Tommy Pham with a blast to right center field puts the Cards back on top 5-4. The last time these two teams faced was 7 years ago, and that was Andy Hall's first year at Jackson. Johnny Farley on this return says, "You've got size, well, I've got speed." He is going to juke a couple of Zanesville defenders, and he runs it all the way down the sideline to the Zanesville 46-yard line. But right after that, they'll fumble it, and Zanesville recovers. And surprise, surprise, look who it is, Crosby again. The Bengals kicked off training camp this afternoon, but there's an important guy missing from the field. Of course, tight end Tyler Eifert suffered that ankle injury in the Pro Bowl. And last year, he led the league in tight end, scoring 13 touchdowns, and on top of that, missing 3 games. FCC needing a win to keep pace. Cincinnati currently in 3rd place in their conference behind the Red Bulls and Louisville City. In the 33rd minute, solid cross from Andrew Wiedemann to Scott Okoli fires it into a wide open net. One guy who I can guarantee has a huge smile on his face today, H-back Ryan Hewitt. I mean, what other reaction can you expect after 2 years of hard work turns into a payday? Today, the Bengals agreed to a 3-year contract extension worth $7.5 million for Hewitt. Looking at it from a class perspective, what do you expect from these guys coming in? Bearcat football back in action this week, and with every new season comes new position battles. This year, one of the most competitive. A lot of guys working to climb the depth chart. Most notable, the quarterback competition. I know you had just a huge job your first year as NY's head coach, and you were taking on a team that came off a 1-9 season. So what was your message to the players when you first started?
They want to get right here, but it's a lot tougher for kids from this area. They don't have the same exposure as students from other high schools with more resources. Still, if college education is the question, for some kids, sports may be the only answer.
It's time to revisit the standouts, the top uno, dos, tres plays of the night. Let's roll them out. Number 3, coming to us from Logan, Ohio, but it was Nelsonville York who tore it up tonight. Eifert was asked if he would ever play in the Pro Bowl again. He said it would be a definite no. Said it was one of the most fun weekends of his life, but it's just not worth the risk.
Oh, the story and the agony of recruiting.
Jared Sparling is a former college football player and recruiter, and now spends his time shaping the future careers of his athletes as a River Valley High School head coach. While some seniors are celebrating commitments on National Signing Day, juniors are just beginning their recruiting process.
Obviously, when they're freshmen and sophomores, if they have those aspirations, we have communication and we're kind of guiding them. After signing day, sometime in March and April, I'll sit down with my seniors to be and kind of tell them, hey, listen, if this is what you want to do, here's what the next few months need to look like.
Donnie Johnson, a former Gallia Academy standout, went through this process. He figured out the key to exposure when you come from a small Appalachian high school.
Don't be that 18-year-old shy kid that you don't want to ask questions. Ask questions, go to every single visit you can, annoy the coaches, and expose yourself.
Today, high school athletes have technology on their side. For example, the website huddle.com.
Huddle allows you to make your own videos, and it's easy to get out to people by all social medias. You can send it by email, and coaches and anybody that has Huddle can access your videos without you even having to give them permission.
You have these recruiting websites nowadays to where anybody can make a highlight film and put it on there. And highlight films and technology is becoming so great that you might not be the player that everyone thought you were on film because it's a highlight.
Only about 1 in 4 kids from Southeast Ohio take the step to higher education, and we wanted to find out what it takes to make those steps on a football field.
In my experience, being on the other side of the table, we've taken so many kids over the years that probably would not get a college education if it weren't for sports.